This is CSGO running on my low-end Intel HD computer, and this is how it used to be. And while CSGO is a super serious competitive shooter game and therefore most possible tweaks are locked away behind cheats, there are some things that you can use to squeeze every bit of performance until you can finally play this game on your low-end computer. This is the Low Spec Gamer, where we never stop experimenting on what else we can change to just get a couple of frames more, and where low resolutions are good resolutions. So, forget about decals and default drivers because we're making this game run. These are the default settings for CSGO on my laptop. As you can see, all the graphical settings and effects are on their lowest. There are plenty of resolution options, with 720 being the lowest quote-unquote true 16:9 resolution, 1280 by 600 having black bars on top and bottom of the screen. There are, of course, options for 4:3, such as 800 by 600. On 720, the GPU limits the game hard, with an average performance of about 29 to 30 FPS. 800 by 600 does expectedly better, and somewhere around the vicinity of 40 FPS. Alright, so what can we do to get the best experience out of this game? The first two things I'm going to do are the same classic things that you will see on every CSGO video. Go to your game's launch options and make sure to include the following options. High for some minimum CPU performance increases, not 3D 9X to disable some enhancements used to alt-tab out of the game faster, no joy, that disables joypad support for a tiny bit of more available RAM, threads with a number of threads in your CPU, no bed if you want to skip the Valve intro video, MATQ mode 2, which changes the mode on which the material system runs and can provide a boost in performance on many systems, and exec autoexec.cfg, which will allow you to load an external configuration file with all sorts of extra console commands. CSGO is supposed to load the autoexec automatically, but in many cases, including mine, it seems like the game will not load the file unless you add this. And finally, you can specify a resolution using W for width and H for height. To be aware that certain custom resolutions will not load correctly on full screen, you can use windowed as a launch command to force the game into windowed if you so desire. As for the autoexec configuration file, you need to go to your Counter-Strike folder, usually located on Program Files, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, CSGO, CFG, and create a file called autoexec.cfg if it does not exist already. The current file I'm using has been provided by Combo Wombo, who also help in providing some of the other tricks you will see on this guide. I have, however, added some commands in the bottom that are commonly present in all FPS boosting CFGs I have read, and I have also added this little thing. You cannot disable decals completely in CSGO, but you can bind resetting all decals to a key, so if you hit that key during the game, you can remove those decals for a bit of extra performance. Some other users have also recommended this one, which will also be linked in the description for you to try. It is also a really good idea to use the echo command to show some easy-to-recognize text to the console at the start of the file. That way, when you start the game, you can assign a button to the console and open it to make sure the file has been read. If it is not working, you can manually execute it by typing exec autoexec. There are plenty of FPS boosting configs out there, so be sure to let me know your favorite ones in comments so I can check them out. Right, that's that. Now, we're going to do something interesting with drivers. We are going to be using PHDGD. These are alternate drivers for Intel HD GPUs that are made to squeeze every bit of performance possible in some games. So I turned up the game to 720 to make sure the GPU was limiting performance and ran the benchmark several times on both official and PHDGD drivers, and there's an actual important performance difference. If you're interested in installing drivers and giving it a try, check out the Integrated Graphics Survival Guide, where I go into detail on this and some other methods for getting the best performance out of Intel HD GPUs. If you're playing at a lower resolution and being limited by CPU, it might also make sense to go into your program manager and manually change the priority of CSGO process to high. I know this is the kind of performance tip that gets thrown around on many games, and that it usually doesn't work, but after limiting the resolution to 800 by 600 and running the benchmark many times on several priorities, there is a small but definite difference on performance when running the game on high priority. Hey, I did say that for this game, we were going to squeeze everything we can out of unconventional methods. Let's see how it goes. So, what happens when a non-Counter-Strike player tries his luck at this game? Let's see. Fuck! Whoa, that was quick. Right, this time I'm going to stay with the group. My logic is that if we're all crappy in a group, we are going to be at least paceable? I guess? Oh! We got one! We got one! Haha, yes!
Help! Counter-terrorists win. Let's do this thing, come on. Could use some help over here. Sure. I need help. Could use some help over here. Hostage has been rescued. Counter-terrorists win. Time to do this. I'm staying here. Could use some help over here. Two guys left. Whatever. What was that noise? Terrorists win. Let's get in and get out. Decoys out. Empty. Cops. We got one guy left trying to stop us. Let's go! All clear. Empty. Come on, keep your head in. Nice shot. Could use some help. All right. Only one guy. Let's go. Let's go. Throwing a decoy. All clear. No one here. All clear. I need help. I need help. Could use some help over here. Whatever.